All right, hello, this is Joe O'Brien again with actor update. Haven't done a video in a while. These are just one take videos, no editing or anything. So I'm doing an update because I have been just submitting for things and really not really much going on. So, and I just finished the last day on the production from before that I already did an update on, so that's over. I worked 3 days on that, and so that was a big deal. It's over now, and so I submitted to another casting call, which was for background, through a casting director that I worked for a very long time on several things. And the next day then I submitted on Actors Access through the same casting director, same production, and I submitted for several roles because they were fitting for me and age and etc. And so then I got callbacks on the same day. And that was a very big deal to get those EcoCast invites to self-tape and audition on Actors Access. A really big deal for me because, you know, I only submit so much, you only get called back so much. I have submitted to some other things and didn't hear anything. So that's was the start of it. And having done this before with the EcoCast invitations and the self-taping at home for the callbacks, I'm familiar with the process. From the first time, the second, third, it improved. As I've said before, the whole process of recording and setting up and background and just the whole stress level of doing it, and so that went smooth. Just did that against a blank background in my house. The best option, and a selfie stick and just my phone, and had someone read across from me on my laptop all the sides. So there were a total of six callbacks, 6 sides. 2 were just action, and then 4 actually had lines. Short sides. I think the most was like maybe 3 or 4 lines with some action or business between. So within a couple of days, submitted, got called back, did the callbacks, was done that night with them. I think it was the next night, actually, I got done, and it went really well. So this is the most I've ever done callbacks in one submission at one time. So the idea was to take everything you learn, prepare, and just do them without stressing and being patient. And it went well. I did the ones with the action only first, just staying in frame, being subtle and suggestive, paying attention to eye line, out of frame, and then the lines. Learn the lines and the action in each scene, and then did one at a time. But actually, I learned them all, and then I filmed one at a time, and did about 3 takes of each, and chose the best one. For 1 or 2, I may have done 4 or 5 takes. I think the last one I did the most, like maybe 5 takes. So the whole process went really well. And then I continued with the uploading, looking at them and choosing the best one, the best take. So, this for me was a really big deal in the process of auditioning and being called back and just submitting, and this was rare, and so just getting to this point is an accomplishment. So you have to think of it that way, like no matter what happens, because if I do background, or if I actually get a role, it would, no matter what it is, it's I'm playing the long game here, taking whatever I can do, whether it's background or an actual role. So I've worked with this casting director before, probably a factor. I've worked on a film with this producer before, maybe a factor at this point, probably not. But I did 2 days on a film of this producer last December, and I was in the Cleveland area, so I just feel really good about it. I have a positive sense about it. So, and I think that's the takeaway here, is that you just participate in the process without focusing on the outcome, so it's as effective as it can be. An observation that I've made from doing these callback and these recordings is, it just seems like the more natural and the less you do, the better. Okay, so yeah, the more natural, the less you do, the better. So I will update again in the near future. Okay.